Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, man. Got one. Hey, I think of my life in terms of blessings. I take mostly a positive approach and a positive spin to my life. I hardly ever dwell on, I can't say that I don't think about the what's wrong in it because I have to address problems as they arise, but I try not to let them consume me. I let the consumption part be about the blessings, the positive things that has occurred in my life, the good things that God has done for me, the power that he's displayed in my life, the protection he's given me over the years, to being tucked under his wings. I focus on the things that he promises me. I think of all the goodness that I perceive to come my way. I think that has a lot to do with me learning more and more about the law of attraction in terms of, what you think and what you put out in the space, and what you pray about is what you receive, And so I've become better and better at that. It's not to say that I'm not human and I don't have moments where I think a little bit too long about what's going wrong and what enemy is about to attack and what they're going to do and say and all of this here. So that's not to say that I'm not concerned about it, but I try to dwell mostly on the positive. And one of the things that I learned, you can have an incredible life. All of us, we can have incredible lives if we just let God drive. See, the problem that I had years ago was I was the driver of my life, and I was taking myself in the directions that I thought would be best for me. And I aimed at things that I thought I could accomplish. And I set goals that I saw myself being able to attain. I was driving. When I gave up and I let God drive, I then opened up my mind and my spirit to what God had for me, for what God could see for me, for what God could do in my life, for what God wanted for me. Now, he wanted for me and he wanted of me. See, that's the connection that you got to try to make. Well, not try. That's the connection that you got to make to really get it. Now, listen to me. What I don't want you to do is do like me. Don't be afraid of the what for, of the what he wants you to do part. See, because that ain't going to be nearly as demanding and as offsetting as you think it's going to be. See, I thought that if I did God's will, that if I let God tell me what to do, that it would cause me to not to be able to do some things I wanted to do. Well, which is true, but the stuff I wanted to do was all detrimental to my well-being and my future and my growth and development as a man. I was stopping my own growth as a man because, see, I was doing what I thought I should do as a man. But when you give it over to God, see, God has a much better plan for you than you can ever have for yourself. And God knows a better way, far better than the one you know. I want you to believe that, man. You got to understand that part of it. And that's the part that I finally got through my head, to let God do it his way and to show me a better way and to teach me a better way and expose to me a better way. And when I opened up my mind to what God was talking about, I began to see things totally differently, and things started coming to me totally differently. If you've been a friend of mine or a fan of mine over the years, I mean, you've had to see it, the change. You've had to see the difference. I mean, and I acknowledge that every chance I get, because I promised God I would, and I hope that I'm not falling short in that category. But then again, if I told it all day long what he done for me, I still wouldn't have enough time to really explain thoroughly what he's done for me, because it's such a continuous growth in me. But now, that's not to say that I'm finished or I'm done or I'm complete, because I'm still short. You can't be him. You can strive for perfection. I hear people saying it all the time. I applaud you for saying you want to be perfect, but you ain't. And you can't. And so you quit saying it. You quit saying it to me. Quit saying it to other people. I'm seeking a life of perfection, but it's something that you cannot have because he said you can't do it. But that's what he there for. He there for the moments when you stumble and you fall. And you gonna stumble and fall. So you got to get that part right, man. The stumbling and falling part is coming. But see, you get God in your life and it helps you so that you don't stumble, fall, wallow, roll over, lay there, languish. That's what God is for. So when you stumble and fall, you get back up because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get it wrong. You're going to come under attack. You're going to be lied about. You are going to be falsely accused. That's going to happen to you the moment you make a decision to do better. The moment you try to be more. The devil got to send his attackers, man, and he controls certain people. He just got people that's on his side 24/7. You know them too. You've all met one or two of them in your life. They just busy with the business of nothingness. They just busy about the destruction of others. You say, I know them. You know them. They coming. But here's what you got to hold fast to. They can't take away nothing from you that God gave you. They didn't make you. See, people who claim to have made you, if they so in the make you business, why don't they make theyself? Or if they ain't with you no more and they so busy in them I made you business, why don't they make somebody else? Since you want to get credit for making somebody, make yourself. If you're responsible for someone else's success, then you should easily be able to take claim and be responsible for your own success. See, be careful of that. And don't change your course because somebody's attacking you with that. I just hope, man, that I'm giving it to God the way I said I would give it to him. That I would unload every chance I got that I was supposed to without being, oh, here he come again. I try not to be that. But, man, I don't know what else to be for the first 12 minutes of my show. What else you want me to say? I got 4 hours. I can't give God 12 minutes, man. I mean, for real, Steve? Come on, man. I mean, let's look at this right here. If you giving honor to God just 12 minutes out the day, dog, he gave you 24 hours of luxury and life and breath and hope and promise. You ain't got 12 minutes to give him out the day? That don't make no sense. What an exchange. What a wonderful life God has given me in exchange for so small of effort that I put forth. Don't let the effort you got to put forth to God seem so daunting that you don't attempt to do it. Cause man, it seems like a lot. It ain't nothing compared to what he be giving us for real. So if you want a real life, you want a real shot at what you can be, what you can have, what you can own, what you can become, who you really are, go to God. Let him fix you, man. That's all.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Carol Fisher, and I'm hosting a podcast called The Girlfriends. It's Las Vegas, it's the 1990s, and it is time to find a husband.
There were 4 Jewish doctors who were felt to be eligible bachelors. One of them was Bob Berenbaum.
On paper, he was perfect. But in reality,
this guy's a wacko.
He choked her to the point she went unconscious.
I would call him and I would say, I know you killed my sister.
You can listen to The Girlfriends on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, players, everybody, let me have your attention. Today is not going to be another one of them days. Today is a new day. New day. New day.
New day.
What day is it?
A new day.
A new day.
Gonna be a new day.
Is that a song?
It's
Wait,
something that says
day.
a song.
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah, Shirley Murdoch.
Yeah.
A new day brings reality and
That's why I said, well, why is it aggravating?
Yeah, is that a song?
Well, it's gonna be that.
And tell me, I heard you say nude day.
Well,
I heard
put a little
you.
put a little naked in your day, son.
Tommy, it's
early
too
for all of
cold
that.
to be naked, okay?
And
it's
early.
too cold.
We just got here. We just put our clothes on.
Let's get it cracking.
Oh, it's gonna crack if you naked. If you're naked outside.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out.
It's a little chilly.
Happy to.
Wait till it warm up, as the old people say, warm up.
How you feel? How you feel,
Warm
Steve?
up. Steve, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, warm up.
It's warm.
Go on in there and warm up.
Warm that up. It's in the kitchen on top of it, and just warm it up and eat it. Nothing wrong with it.
Whoa. Old people had a house hot no matter what time of the year.
I can't say a word. I'm not going to.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. A couple of years ago, we did, I took my family out on Thanksgiving and we delivered meals, Meals on Wheels, and we delivered all day, to families in need. We went into this old lady's house.
Come on.
Hey, man, it was so hot in there.
It's on hell.
And as soon as I walked in, Lord Jesus.
What?
Not you. What is you doing down here, baby?
What?
Did the TV people know you down here? She went to her window and looked out the corner. Ain't no police with you? I said, no, ma'am. Oh, Lord, you want me to call my nephews? I said, for what? So they can watch over you. I said, ma'am, I'm from here. I heard you was, but you don't, what time is it? I said, it's 12:30. Oh, you got a little time. Want you to be gone. You gonna stay till it's dark? I said, not here. I got to do a lot of other houses. Oh, I thought you were gonna stay a while. I said, no, don't just drop this off. I got some more houses to take care of. I said all that to say it was the hottest house I've ever been in my entire life. And that conversation we had was taking too damn long.
I have reached that age. I'm at that point in my life.
That hot stage, Jay?
Yeah, man, it's got to be hot.
Really?
Yeah. My room is, my kids won't even come see me. It's too hot over there, Dad.
Oh, that's the reason you made it, huh? Your evil ass.
All right, coming up next, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, listen up. This your man, Steve Harvey, right here. I got some big news for y'all. You all already know how my new Elevate You Vitality Daily Greens are changing lives. Well, guess what? You can now get my greens at Walmart. And if you want to do more for your health than just drink your greens, I got you. We got all of that nutrition packed into 3 different gummies. One for digestive health, there's one for your immunity, and there's one for your metabolism. Head over to your nearest Walmart now to get yourself some Elevate You. You better go get you some.
Right now, the nephew is here to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Repo Man. We got to get that car. Let's go.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach a please.
This him?
How are you? My name is Robert. I'm with the collection agency. You do own a Sierra GMC truck, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't show that we've had any payments within the last, I guess, about 3, close to 4 months now. And we want to try and stop having to come in and repossess it. Maybe we give you a chance to bring your payment in, but we haven't had a payment from you in about 4 months, sir.
No, I just want to pay my truck note. I had changed from financial. I'm with the other bank. I don't mess with them no more. Yeah, I've been paying all the time. They direct deposit from my account. I ain't worried about that.
Well, I'm with they've turned you over to us. I'm with collection agency, and we haven't gotten anything from. I don't show any paperwork here on the computer at all that we've had any payments made within the last 4 months. So that's why they.
No, I've been paying it. I don't know how they turned it over to y'all without my permission. They can't never turn my tires in my truck over to y'all and pay y'all. I don't even know y'all.
Well, I understand that, sir. What happens is if you haven't paid it in a certain amount of time, it actually comes over to the collection agency, and that's what they've done. They've actually sent it over to us. And they've given us pretty much all the information on you. I guess it's a goldish type of color Sierra 2003 GMC truck, from my understanding. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's my truck.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to need from you today, Jeremy, is for you to come in and make a payment to us this evening for 4 months. So we can so we don't have to come in and repossess your truck. And I don't want to have to do that, but if I have to send a wrecker out there to you, I have your address on file as well. I don't want to have to send anybody out to pick it up.
Hey, hold on, partner. Slow down. Y'all not coming to get my truck, and I'm not paying y'all for no 4 months. I've been paying my truck no on time every month. That's a done deal.
Sir, I don't want to get in a back and forth with you, but I'm telling you exactly how it's going to go. Now, I'll come out there and repossess it myself, but I'm telling you.
Look, partner. slow down. Look, that's not even where we gotta go with that. You don't need to be screaming and fussing and chaotic and come get it yourself and all that stuff. You ain't on my truck. That's gonna be that.
Wait, hang on, let's back up because I'm a man just like you, man. What do you mean that's gonna be that? What are you saying? What are you saying to me, son?
I'm telling you, look, son, look. I'm telling you that I pay my truck note, and that's a final. I don't know who you is.
Well, I've already stated to you before, I'm with agency, and let's get one thing straight. You don't tell me, I tell you. Now,
hey, dude, calm down. We're on the phone. It don't make no sense talking, over the phone and whatnot. You can come get the truck. My truck right here at work. I'm right here. You can come try to get my truck. You can come over here.
Sure, I'm already aware of where you work and the whole 9 yards. Now, I'm trying to be as cordial with you as I can. Now, you can.
You're not being cordial. You're talking about coming get my truck when I tell you I be paying my so, you should have dropped down and be like, all right, I'm going to check with somebody else to make sure I'm right. And then call me back.
I'm telling you, you haven't paid anything. That's what I'm telling you. I've got it listed on the computer. You've been turned over an agency, and you haven't done it. You haven't done a thing.
Well, you stupid. You raising your breath screaming and hollering over the phone like that, because that ain't going to do me or you no good. If you ain't getting no money from me, then you ain't coming in my truck. Well, matter of fact, you could come in my truck. I'm going to be at my truck and I'm going to wait on you. What time you going to be there?
It doesn't make any difference, sir. You got to get repossessed tonight. If I don't get 4 months payment, definitely. If I don't get 4 months payment brought into me, collection agency, your truck will be taken care of.
Hold on. Listen, man, hold on. If I get you with me, you kind of serious. Go with my truck. Hey, look, stop screaming at me over this phone, partner.
You quit cursing at me. That's what's wrong.
You, man. Man, you got me twisted. Look, my truck parked right outside. You can come over here and get it. I'll be sitting on there waiting for you.
Look, you know what? I'm at the point I don't give a about this job. I'm ready to come kick your That's what I'm ready to do. Call him back, Kay.
Hello?
I don't need a little scared hanging up the phone. You stand here like a man and you handle your problems.
Hey, hold on. I'm at work. I can't be dealing with that man. I gotta go back to work, bro. You stop calling my phone.
I'm at work too, doing my job the same way you're doing yours.
Hey, well, make your money, do your job. Come get the truck.
I got one more thing I want to say to you before you go. Are you listening?
No, I'm listening. What you said, partner?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by
out of here. No, you got all my teeth trembling in. Man.
You all right, man?
No, I'm not all right. I'm on top of this roof, man. I'm talking to my coworker. I'm upset. Yeah. You got me about to jump on this roof trying to get to my truck.
She told me, man, she said, that boy loved that truck.
Yeah, that's my truck, man. That's my only transportation, man. That's 2 and 4 to work.
I hear you. Hey, man.
Oh, man, you got my t-shirt now. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it pretty good.
Hey, I gotta ask you, man, tell me, brother, what is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Oh, no doubt. Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Now you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Repo Man.
Play too much?
Yeah.
Let's just
Somebody
say that.
Gotta do it. Somebody got to do it. You've been repoed before.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know anyone who hasn't been, actually.
Okay. Oh. Well, I thought you got ready to say you don't know nobody who. Monica ain't never had a car repo. Mississippi Monica ain't never had no. Hell no. Tommy ain't never had
a car repo.
Tommy ain't never had a repo. Carl ain't never had no car repo.
I never had no repo.
No, I ain't had no repo.
I thought you guys said you did before.
When I was little, my daddy had a repo, and he told me he got stolen. My mom said, "Who told you that?"
Hey man, they had a deal in Cleveland when I was about 24. You remember when mopeds was hot? They had a special deal. You can come down and get one, and they pay on it for 3 months. They had to come get that.
You got a moped repo?
That's like having a bike repo.
Well, let me put it to you this way. They tried to come get that. You think I can hide a car good? You know what I can do with a moped?
You got skills.
Dog, I hid the moped in my backyard for 3 weeks.
How? And they didn't see it in the backyard?
I raked the leaves one time and hid it. One time I put in that big-ass garbage can and put the top on it. They didn't think to look in there.
You're listening
to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time to get some great advice from the CLO. That stands for Chief Love Officer. We call him the CLO, Steve Harvey. Shateria in Memphis writes, I have been dating a younger man for 4 months, and he's been using my car to go to work because I work from home now. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, so I told him to call his mama for a ride. His mama called me and said I'm only 4 years younger than her, so I'm his mama now, and I need to take care of his needs. Would I be out of line to curse her out? What?
Well, first of all, let's talk about a couple of things that I noticed. Shateria, this man you dating got to be young because your name is Shateria. Mm-hmm. And I don't know nobody named Shateria that was born in the 70s. So I'm assuming that you are a young mother yourself. Now, you done went in here and robbed this cradle, and you're dating this little damn baby that just now got off his bicycle, so he ain't even got a car. Now, you letting him use your car, and you told him you got to go to the doctor because you got some medical complications. He can't do that, and then you told him to use his mama's car. Would I be wrong for cussing her out or kicking her tail? What are you doing? This is your fault. The fact that his mama can call you, the fact that you had him call his mama, says you're in the wrong relationship. Shateria, that rhymes with cafeteria. And that's where we have the problem at right there. Your name, your age, and this damn baby you done picked up and moved around in here to your house that don't have a car. Bad selection. It ain't his mama. It's the boy you selected to be your man.
Yeah.
There's your problem. Next question.
All right, moving on to Tay in Ohio. Tay says, I'm a 22-year-old student and I'm dating a black guy that is giving me grief because he's very friendly. He feels like he has to show the black girls on campus a lot of attention or they'll hate him for dating outside of his race. One of the girls can't stand me and she's always talking slick to me. Should I pull her aside to see what the problem is, or do I keep ignoring her like he said to?
Well, let me say something to you now. When you pull her to the side, I just want you to understand that ain't the end of it. Right. Culturally, once you pull them to the side and start addressing it, you finna get way more than you bargained for.
Right.
Now, the dude has told you to ignore it. You could ignore it, but I understand the position he's in. He gives them extra attention so they don't hate him. Look, are you enjoying this relationship?
Sounds
lady?
Like she is. Mm-hmm.
It don't sound like she is to me.
You don't.
It's too much with this.
Yeah.
You don't like the pressure. You don't like what come with it. And he's not coping with it real good either because he's feeling some kind of way.
He's weird about it.
But now let me explain something to you. Don't pull that black girl to the side.
That's your point.
Don't do that. Don't do that, sister. Baby girl, listen to me. Listen to Uncle Steve. Don't pull that black girl to the side because it ain't going to go nothing like you think. You're not going to believe her damn reaction. First of all, if you literally tap her on the elbow and say, come over here for a minute, let me talk to you. Just don't do that. First, it's going to be a pause and hesitation, the disbelief that you addressing her. But of all the black women you done picked out, her is the one you going to check her. I can't even tell you how this finna go. Now, I don't know if you a cheerleader. I don't know if he an athlete. I don't know if you on the debate team. I don't know what you on. But do not grab Shateria Jr. and pull her to the side. Don't do that.
Not going to go like you think.
No,
I think
this
she likes
is not
dating him.
Yeah, do not do that. It's all not right, going to go there.
Thank you, CLO. Monique in Tylertown says, my husband and I had a card party over the weekend, and his best buddy got drunk and slept on our floor all night. He also urinated on himself, and he had on dark jeans, so my carpet is ruined in that spot. My husband didn't want to make a big deal out of it and embarrass him, so we have to pay to have our carpet replaced. Shouldn't he make his buddy pay for this?
You just so drunk, you done fell asleep on the floor and peed on yourself. I mean, he could go to him and say, hey, man, look, here's a problem. When you was at the house, you got drunk. I know you couldn't help it, but you laid on the floor and you peed on yourself. Now, my wife got to replace the carpet, man. Can you give us a little something on it? You know.
He should offer at that point.
Well, he not.
Yeah,
because he gonna swear him down. He gonna swear him down. He ain't peed on himself. Well, who you know finna volunteer that? Man, that wasn't me, dog. I ain't peed on no floor.
Yeah.
No, that was some beer. Oh, you think I peed on myself?
Yeah.
No, that's beer. I laid in the beer. I saw the beer. I might knock the cup over. I'll give you a couple hundred.
He not going to admit to it. He a grown man.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It ain't no way. And he ain't laying there in it. You can't prove he peed on. No. Hold up, man. Whoa. Hold up, bro. So you going to come to me with that?
Yeah. We got pictures.
Hold up. Dog, did you see me pee?
Yeah.
Oh,
we got pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
Now what?
Hold up, dog. On who phone?
Mine.
Hold up, dog. So your girl taking pictures of me peeing?
He gonna try to turn it around.
Oh, it's gonna get turned.
Yeah. You gotta find somebody else.
Well, he knew he wasn't at home when he woke up.
I mean, he could mention it to him, but it's the dude gonna deny it. And stop having card parties. And stop letting people sleep on your floor overnight. Stop doing that.
All right, moving on.
Get an Uber and send his ass home. Pee on his own floor.
Ooh, the smell in that house. All right, moving on to Stephanie in L.A. Stephanie says, I'm in my mid-40s and I can't function without having sex at least 4 times a week. I work long days, so it's hard for me to meet good men, and I end up tensed up all night and can't fall asleep. My neighbor has always been an option, but I don't want to be intimate with someone in my building. What's the worst that could happen? Should I go ahead and invite him over?
I don't.
What do you think, CLO?
I don't care what you do. I really don't. This ain't a love question. This is a lust question. You're thirsty. You in your 40s, you got to have sex 4 times a week. Yeah, you know, what?
Gots to.
You in your 40s and you have to have sex 4 times a week. Okay, well, go ahead and have it. No, if you have to, go ahead. What you want me to tell you? Now, your neighbor, you don't want to sleep with him because he's your neighbor. Who been doing it 4 times a week for you up to now?
Well,
that part.
See, what I think is you got to have sex 4 times a week. Your problem is you can't find nobody want to have sex with you 4 times a week. That's your real problem.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Carol Fisher, and I'm hosting a podcast called The Girlfriends. It's Las Vegas, it's the 1990s, and it is time to find a husband.
There were 4 Jewish doctors who were felt to be eligible bachelors. One of them was Bob Berenbaum.
On paper, he was perfect, but in reality...
This guy's a wacko.
He choked her to the point she went unconscious.
I would call him and I would say, I know you killed my sister.
You can listen to The Girlfriends on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Tanya Sam, host of the Money Moves podcast powered by Greenwood, financial literacy podcast, where we get straight to the steps to financial stability, wealth, and abundance. And we are back for season 2 with guests like Will Packer, Rich Fresh, Annie Gonzalez, and so many more entrepreneurs and experts sharing how they are making their money move.
You know, if I look back, I mean, to be in that role at 25, was I talented? Was I skilled? Was I capable? Absolutely. Did I have all the tools? Absolutely not.
Tune in for new episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to start getting your money moving.
Before I could ever walk into a room and say, give me, tens of millions of dollars to produce a girls trip, I needed to show that I could take a much smaller amount of money and be successful with that. I could raise a little bit of money and produce a little movie and then turn that little movie into a success.
Listen to season 2 of Money Moves powered by Greenwood on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Steve, Jay and Junior are here with some pointers for people. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So no matter what you're into, whether it's drinking alcohol or smoking legally now, this is how you know when you've had enough and it's time to what? Put it down. Yeah.
It's time to put it down.
All right, Jay, go ahead.
When you got your light on your phone and you're looking for your phone, it's time to put it down.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's in your hand. Yeah, and all mine is real. I don't care if he is listening this morning, but this is what he gonna stop. Look here. If you steady drinking OE, but every time you hear a police siren, you grab me, put the OE down. You don't need to drink this no more. I'm tired of tearing my clothes up every time police go by. I'm not finna sit here and do this with you, Uncle Jay. He know who he is. No, every time I call, going, woo! No, put it down.
Okay, all right. It's 3:00 in the morning. You throwing out a turkey to make Thanksgiving dinner, and it ain't even Thanksgiving. It's time to put it down. It is time.
What? It's just Tuesday?
Throwing out a turkey to make
Tuesday.
Yeah. It's just Tuesday. Here go another one. If you say what in the conversation more than 5 times,
what?
It's time to put it down. What?
Yeah, you're right.
What about whoa?
What? What? I got one. Here we go.
I'm good.
Here you go. How about this, Steve? If you like what you smoking on both ends, it's time to put it down, man.
You light it on both ends.
Yeah.
Cool. You got one up?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, let me tell you something. If I come over your house and I walk upstairs and you playing PlayStation and you got the headphones on, dog, whatever you doing, it's time to put that down. You 50, dog.
Right.
Who the hell is you talking to with headsets on? With a PlayStation controller in your hand? The hell is you smoking?
I got one for you.
I told you he was going to get in.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Get in.
This happened with a friend of mine. If you driving, and we done sat at this light and it done changed green 3 times.
Yeah.
We still there.
Yeah.
But staring at the windshield. You get time for you to put it down, dog.
It's time to put it down. I got one. All right, you decide to bake a cake. And you waiting for the cake to be done. You got all the ingredients in the pan. But what you did was you stuck it in the dishwasher and you waiting.
Yeah.
It's time to put it down.
Time to put it down.
The oven's over there.
You don't need no more. Yeah.
I got one. If you done got hungry and you done decided you want some pinto beans and you soaking them and you just get a spoon and sit down and start eating them while they soaking. And dog,
Time to put that down.
you got to quit smoking.
You just got to. All right, coming up next, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We here at the Steve Harvey Morning Show love food, all of us, but there are a lot of foods we think are from other countries that are actually invented in the good old USA, and those are some of the most famous ones, like fortune cookies, invented right here. Yeah, it was actually invented in San Francisco by a Japanese-American baker.
They not good.
Did y'all know that? Did you know that, Steve?
I did.
Fortune cookies
taste good. They don't taste good.
I like them with chocolate, white chocolate on them. Then they're good.
So you like fortune cookies ain't overseas? They don't have over there?
Shirley, excuse me. White chocolate is the worst thing you can put in your body.
I absolutely know that, but it tastes real good. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I thought it was from you a very wonderful health reason, and you just destroyed it. I know that.
No, I'd
eat it any damn way.
I don't eat it now, but yeah, I used to, and it's delicious. Orange chicken. How about that one?
That's good.
Yeah. It was created in Hawaii in 1987 by Panda Express chef Andy Kao.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't know that either. I ain't gonna lie.
See,
I done ate a bunch of that.
Yeah, okay.
Who came up with them noodles at Crustacean? Who came up with them?
Get ready for it.
They did.
I know.
They did, and you can't copy it.
German chocolate cake.
Came
German.
My mama. Yeah. My mama.
It has
I don't know
nothing.
who made it before. I don't know who made it before. Ain't nobody make it like her, though. Elos Vera Harvey. Greatest piece of German chocolate cake on the planet.
Wow.
I have to go with him on this.
German chocolate.
Yeah.
But anyway, it has nothing to do with Germany. It's because of its name, Samuel German, that it's called German chocolate cake.
Black people that perfected it.
Oh, yes.
Hello.
That coconut.
Hello.
Yeah. We don't know what that first one tastes like.
We've had a lot taken from us, so hey, ride it out.
Oh, my
So we took your cake, okay?
Okay. I love it, Tommy. We love German chocolate cake. All right, English muffins. English muffins.
They from England.
Not from England?
They were actually invented in New York City in 1984 by English immigrant Samuel Bass Thomas. They were originally called
Girl, this
toaster
list ain't
crumpets.
nothing. Let me give you some real dishes that was created right here in America.
Okay.
Come on, what you got?
Chitlins.
Yes, work it out, boy.
Yeah. Whether they want to be or not.
Fried spam.
Yes.
Hot dogs in pork and beans.
Yeah, it's an American dish.
All right, there you have it.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, sometimes we all find ourselves in a conversation, okay? Be it political, scientific, educational, financial, even hip-hop, pop culture-based conversations where we just have no clue. I mean, clueless to what the person is talking
Come
about,
on.
okay? So guys.
That's what Shirley do with sports. Come on.
Busted. So do you guys chime in and ask people to get you up to speed, or do you just nod in agreement like like
No,
you're in on it?
I actually get in the conversation.
I wanted to start with you, Steve.
Yeah.
Yes.
I go and get in the conversation. Like, bring up a subject where you know I ain't got nothing, I don't know nothing about it.
Engineering, making a bridge.
Oh, man, you know, when me and my father, man, used to work construction. I used to work on bridge. We used to repair the cracks in the bridge. So I knew all about the structural design of a bridge, what called the fracture spaces in it. And I just did it like that.
Yeah. Did you or your father go to engineering school? I mean, take engineering?
No, never did.
Did he have
They just building bridges.
a construction company or?
Oh, no. No, we work for this company, Frank Buddy. Frank Buddy Contract. Yeah.
Have you ever driven over a bridge?
Oh, hell yeah, I've been on a lot of bridges. That's how we knew how they cracked, you know. The structural engineering position is what we would take hold was the uprooted problem that diverted the situation into a crack in the first place.
Well, he sound good.
I can't
know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's like a board game like this.
Go ahead, Carl.
I was going to ask him though, Shirley. So how would you? What would you recommend to update a bridge?
I think updating is very,
like
very
the Golden
simple.
Gate Bridge.
The Golden Gate Bridge has been needing update and repairing. Been several earthquakes that's weakened the foundation. But I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a section at a time. I think we're going to have to break that bridge in half so we can have just one-way traffic going one way. And then once you get the one lane blocked off, and then you can do the restructure work on the other side. And then you reinforce it up under with welding beams. And that'll join them back together. And that way they'll fix that whole thing.
We would need more gold.
You mentioned earthquakes. I was wondering, we're out here in L.A. A lot of seismologists have been on the news lately saying there's a possibility that there could be an earthquake coming up soon.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
4.7.
A 4.7. What are you basing that on? Yeah.
Because last one was 4.6.
Oh.
You predict.
Are you a seismologist by any chance? Or you know anybody that is?
No, I'm a Quaketologist.
Housequake. Prince.
Anybody know about
what that is?
Yeah. Aftershock.
Wow.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I can't even argue.
Anything, just anything. I can get right with it.
Yeah,
Anything.
houses. You know a lot about houses?
Hell yeah. I grew up in a housing project.
Well, I said seismologist. I meant seismologist. I said seismologist.
See, that's why I said quakeologist.
You said a quakeologist.
Because I knew you ain't know what you was talking about.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, go ahead, Tubby.
You know anything about designing airplanes?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You mean like the engines and stuff, or inside of
which
the
one
plane,
you
the
talking
decor?
Well, let's go big.
Yeah.
The engine.
Yeah. Let's go big.
How does it fly?
Absolutely. Rolls-Royce is the number one engine manufacturer of jet planes in the world right now.
Now that I believe.
No, that's real
from
talk.
you. Yeah, that I believe from
Rolls-Royce is number one jet manufacturer of engine parts and motors in the world today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so whenever I'm picking out a plane, I always go Rolls-Royce engine.
Oh.
Okay.
What's the best feat to get up? Altitude.
Well, you want to fly at least 33,000, but if you're in a more substantial plane, you can get up to 49,000, which then at that point you can see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
I cannot argue this.
I guess so. You up there in heaven almost.
Yeah, if you 49,000 feet in a G5, you can see the curvature of the Earth ahead.
Wow.
The planet.
So you can see that the world is round.
Wow.
So
no, and that's a fact too. It really is.
I can't argue with you because I have no idea. I know about the 33,000 altitude. All right, Steve, thank you. Up next, it is the nephew switching gears with a prank phone call for today right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it is my strawberry letter for today's subject. He wants me, but not the children. Right now, it is the nephew's turn with today's prank phone call. What you got, King of Pranks?
I got a prank for y'all, but I want to ask y'all something. Y'all tell me if I'm in the wrong, okay? All right. So my wife is a little upset, all right? A little upset. And I didn't think nothing of it. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all just let me know if I'm in the wrong. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
We go out to dinner. We go out to dinner, and we bump into some people that I know, and so I'm playing now. But I introduced her as my ex-girlfriend. Now, ain't she really my ex-girlfriend? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't she really you my wife now, but you my ex-girlfriend. I said, yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah, this is my ex-girlfriend, Jackie, right here. She looked at me like, what did you just... I said, you are my ex-girlfriend, ain't you? What are you upset about?
Yeah.
So am I wrong?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Man, I think...
And I knew you were before you even asked the question.
Tommy, I think that was brilliant, dog. I think that was hot.
That's stupid,
dog. That's really,
you
man,
gotta
it's kind
ask.
of sexy. It's kind of sexy, though, really, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't so damn touchy about everything.
That was stupid.
Yes.
Yes, it was stupid.
Well, okay, you want to go back to being the girlfriend?
Exactly.
Yeah. How is that an option?
What? There you
You
go.
are my ex-girlfriend. Y'all don't see this?
No.
He done gave you a promotion. You don't see that?
Stop trying to flip it.
Man.
I'm glad she was mad at you. Stay mad.
Come on now. All right, here it is. Come on, Cat Dog. Let's go. The name of this is Quarterback Sneak. Quarterback Sneak. Let's go, Cat Dog.
Hello? May I speak to Candace? This is she. Hey, Candace, this is Tony. Are you Isaiah's mama? Excuse me? Are you Isaiah's mama? Yeah, I am. Why? Who are you? My name is Tony. I'm DeAndre's daddy. DeAndre, they played on this past season. They played on the football team. They played on the Seahawks together. Okay, but why are you calling me? Okay, I'm calling you for a particular reason. Let me tell you what's going on. This whole past football season, your son Isaiah, he was a starting quarterback, right? Yeah, he's a starting quarterback. He works real hard. That's his position. Okay, let me go and say this. I already know that my son DeAndre is way better than your son Isaiah. I already know that. All right, now I ain't get to. Excuse you?
No, ain't no excuse me. I'm not going to excuse myself about this. I've been waiting to get you on the phone so I can tell you exactly what's going on. Let me tell you something. When the season come back around, when they get ready to play again, I'm telling you right now, my son DeAndre going to be starting. Please know that. Trust me, I swear to you, I know what you did for your son.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You who the do you think you are? Calling me, telling me that your son is going to take my son's position on the team? How do you even have my number?
I got your number from a reliable source. One of the parents gave me your number.
But what kind of mental problems you got calling my house, telling me about how your son is like not barely even on the team. He's not even starting.
Okay, no, my son ain't starting, okay? But he gonna be starting next year, okay? But I know what you did for your son to be starting. Trust me, I know what you did, Candace.
I didn't do anything. My son earned his position. So, I mean, I don't really get what you're saying here. You're talking some big game about your son taking my son's position. Like, first of all, I don't even know who you are. I don't know how you got my number. Like, these are kids. It's really not that serious. Like, they're kids out there having a good time, trying to play a game. Like, I haven't seen you at a game. I don't know who the you think you are. Stepping up, being like, my son is going to take your son's position. Like, what kind of crazy are you? Okay, you're calling me out of nowhere, out of the clear blue. I'm just minding my business. My son is playing his game. Who the are you, and why are you calling me? Like, what the
I ain't been to no games, but I'm going to be there on next season. I'll be there, okay?
Okay, well, right? I mean, you could try. You might not want to come because your son still ain't starting.
Okay. But let's go on and get to the reason why I call you. I already know why your son's starting. So let's go on and be real.
My son is starting.
What?
No, my son is starting because he earned his position. He's the best on the team. He can throw. Like, your son don't got no kind of arm.
You saying that, Candace? But are you sure your son ain't starting because maybe you slept with Coach Brian?
What? Wait, excuse you? Like.
Did you sleep with Coach Brian so your son could get that position? Did you do that?
Your mama slept with Coach Brian with her dry. That's why your son ain't playing. Who the do you think you are accusing me of sleeping with a coach?
Hey, I'm just letting you know I know what you did for your.
You don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
Okay, so you saying you ain't slept with Coach Brian? That's what you saying. So Isaiah starting because they just picked him to start.
You are crazy. First of all, you're gonna have to talk to my husband because these accusations are ridiculous and out of control. Like, I don't know who the you think you are calling the house accusing me of sleeping with the coach. My son earned his position on the team. He's like, who the do you think you are? You are straight bugging.
Who is your husband? Who is that?
My husband is Curtis, who you don't know because you ain't never showed up for your own damn son.
Okay, Curtis. Your husband named Curtis. Okay. So I tell you what, I need to talk to Curtis. That's what I need to do.
Oh, you're gonna more than talk to Curtis. You're gonna catch some hands from Curtis with that mouth.
Okay, all good. So let me ask you this: you talking about Curtis that drive trucks? That Curtis?
I'm talking about Curtis, my husband, in my house. You don't know who we are because you ain't never showed up. You ain't nobody. Your kid is nobody. This whole phone call is bull. And you need to crawl back into whatever the hole you came out of because I am not here for this.
Curtis is a truck driver, right?
Yeah, you lucky he ain't run your over yet.
Oh, okay. You talking about Curtis? Now, can I tell you something else that I done found out about Curtis? Can I tell you that?
I kind of don't want to hear anything that comes out of your mouth at this point.
Okay. This is the last thing I'm going to say out of my mouth. Can I just tell you what I know about Curtis?
You better make it quick.
I'm going to make it quick. Curtis got me to prank phone call you. This is nephew Tommy, Candace, from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your husband, Curtis.
Are you kidding me? We're on the radio right now?
No, you're not on right now, but you're going to be on in the morning, though.
Oh, my goodness. Like, my heart is racing right now. I got to jump through the phone and tear off your throat. Are you kidding me? My husband put you up to this?
Your husband got me to call you, baby. He said, your son is amazing quarterback. I said, cool, we're going to do this.
Yo, you don't understand. My chest feels like a vice right now. I want to kick you in the throw. Oh, my God.
All right, Candace, you got to tell me one thing. What's the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey in the morning. Ooh, oh, my God, I'm sweating, yo.
Sweat it out, baby. Sweat it out. This is what we do. Break it down.
You
break it down,
coach. That's why your boy
Steve?
stars. What?
Your mama
slept with the coach. Dog, you insulted that sister. She was done.
Yeah.
What? Because you say anything. You say any of this to Curtis.
Get ready. Greenville, South Carolina at the convention center. The nephew is coming to town. Did you hear what I said? Greenville, South Carolina, Saturday, August the 19th. The nephew will be in the building. That's nephew Tommy and friends, and you don't want to miss it. We are on a roll, baby, and laying in the cut at the Howard Theater, Washington, D.C. 2 nights, baby. 2 nights, 4 shows, August 25th and the 26th. Nephew Tommy and friends live once again, August 25th and the 26th at the Washington Theater in Washington, D.C. 2 shows a night, 4 shows in total. Tickets on sale right now.
It's time next for the Strawberry Letter subject. He wants me, but not the children. We'll do the letter right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Carol Fisher, and I'm hosting a podcast called The Girlfriends. It's Las Vegas, it's the 1990s, and it is time to find a husband.
There were 4 Jewish doctors who were felt to be eligible bachelors. One of them was Bob Berenbaum.
On paper, he was perfect, but in reality,
This guy's a wacko.
He choked her to the point she went unconscious.
I would call him and I would say, I know you killed my sister.
you can listen to The Girlfriends on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Tanya Sam, host of the Money Moves podcast powered by Greenwood, financial literacy podcast where we get straight to the steps to financial stability, wealth, and abundance. And we are back for season 2 with guests like Will Packer, Rich Fresh, Annie Gonzalez, and so many more entrepreneurs and experts sharing how they are making their money move.
You know, if I look back, I mean, to be in that role at 25, was I talented? Was I skilled? Was I capable? Absolutely. Did I have all the tools? Absolutely not.
Tune in for new episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to start getting your money moving.
Before I could ever walk into a room and say, give me, tens of millions of dollars to produce a girls trip, I needed to show that I could take a much smaller amount of money and be successful with that. I could raise a little bit of money and produce a little movie and then turn that little movie into a success.
Listen to season 2 of Money Moves powered by Greenwood on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Right now, it is time for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need some advice on relationships, on work, on sex, on dating, on parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. Right, Steve? Tell them.
I think that's absolutely correct. And you really don't have many options because Miss Abby has passed.
Oh, you mean like Dear Abby?
Yeah.
That used to have the column in the
She
newspapers?
Dear Abby? Wow. She passed. So it's just a...
That's back when we used to get the paper.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could be reading your letter live on the air like we're going to read this one today. Come on, nephew.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, he wants me, but not the children. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 49-year-old female married to a 49-year-old man. We have 5 children and 5 grandchildren. Here is the problem. My current husband...
No, he says, I have
5 children and 5 grandchildren.
Right.
Okay.
Not we.
Oh, okay. Here is the problem. My current husband is not the father of my children. I married this man when my children were young, so he's been in their lives for a very long time. My youngest son just graduated from high school and will be going away for college. So now my husband thinks that we are done raising children, and from now on, it will be just the 2 of us. He has said that we don't have to worry about the kids anymore because they are all grown and have their own lives. So am I not supposed to
So am I not supposed to be involved with my children since they are no longer living at home? My children range from ages 32 to 18 years old, and all 5 of them live in different states. I want to see them and my grandkids as often as I can. In fact, I'd like to move closer to them. My husband does not want anything to do with them, period. He doesn't want to visit them, and he doesn't want them to visit us. He said that they don't need to come for the holiday. What the hell? He really thinks that because they are adults, I am supposed to forget that they exist. I understand that these are our golden years and we should be enjoying quality time together and traveling the world, but our travels should also include trips to see my children. If he's really serious, I may have to spend my golden years alone. Stephen Shirley, can you please help me? Well, your letter started off nicely, so I'll put it like this. Your husband, I'm sure, feels like he's done his job and it's over. These were not his kids. He raised them anyway. He's been in their lives since they were really young, so he's done. And not being their biological dad, like I said, the ties are cut. He has no connection really to them, it seems. He cut them off, and his concentration is now on you and you guys' future together. He wants to live. He wants to live his life, you know, and do all of those things. But now I think that he's being very unrealistic when he says the children, he doesn't want the kids to come and see you, or he doesn't want you to go see the kids. How is that? I mean, really, that's a bit unrealistic, especially if it makes you happy to see your kids. You're his wife. He should want to see you happy and do those things that make you happy. I mean, it's very unrealistic to say that he really thinks that because they're adults, you're supposed to forget that they exist. No, that's not the issue, and he knows that's not the issue. They are grown and they are living their own lives. That part is definitely true, but you guys got to come to some kind of compromise in terms of when you see the kids and when you go see the kids. Even if you just go by yourself, you have to see your kids. These are your kids, Steve.
You're a parent. Now, he wants me, but not the children. Okay, that I can relate to. I don't want mine either, dog.
God, dog.
And on any day between the 7 of them, you can come get 4. Just like that. But we are parents. You're 49. Your man's 49. You got 5 children and 5 grandkids. He's not the father of the kids. Your youngest son just graduated high school, going away to college. So now your husband thinks that we done raising children, and from now on it'll just be the 2 of us. He has said that we don't have to worry about the kids no more because they all grown and have their own lives. Okay, are you kidding me? You really think that's how it goes? Do you know that you are a parent for life? You may not be a husband or a wife for life, but once you become a parent, you're a parent for life. Now, there are some good ones out there and there are some bad ones out there. I got it. You, sir, are about to turn into a bad one because you don't get it. You are in your golden years. You said that later in the letter. Your kids are from 32 to 18. All of them live in different states. And you want to see your kids and your grandkids. Matter of fact, you want to move closer to them. Your husband don't want nothing to do with them, period. He doesn't want to visit them, and he doesn't want them to visit us. He says they don't need to come for the holidays. What the hell?
That's so crazy.
Well, baby, that's what the lady type. Don't need to come for the holidays. What the hell? What the hell is right? Come on, man. Are you for real, bruh? You gonna just act like you never met these people? He gotta come home. He's not ready to live on his own. And I got that the kids range from 32 to 18. Man, do you know how much advice they need? So how much help they need? Financial support they need? Come on, man. That ain't how this works, man. You crazy. And he don't want them to visit. He don't want them to come for the holidays. What the hell? He thinks that because they are adults, I'm supposed to forget that they exist. That's the craziest part of the You gotta be nuts. It doesn't work that way. Come on, man. I understand that these are our golden years. You ain't but 49. Hell. Golden. But if that's how you want to look at it, okay, cool. And that we should be enjoying quality time together and traveling the world. Plans should also include trips to see my children. If he's really serious, I may have to spend my golden years alone. We'll be back when I was a kid.
What'd you say, Steve?
I said, we'll be back.
All right. We will be back at 23 after with part 2 of Steve's response to He Wants Me, But Not the Children. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, part 2 of today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, He Wants Me, But Not the Children. Wow.
Well, the youngest one that graduated, the boy, is 5 kids, none of them his. Now he going, wow, they graduated, they gone, we through with them. They out. He's saying, no, they have their own lives, they're adults, they should be able to make it on their own. I want to see my grandkids as often as I can, is what the woman says. In fact, I want to move closer to them. My husband don't want anything to do with them, period. He don't want to visit them. He don't want them to visit us. He said they don't need to come for the holiday. What the hell?
The holidays.
That lady said, what the hell?
Yeah, she did.
We don't come for the holidays. What is Christmas about?
Exactly.
He really thinks that because they're adults, I'm supposed to forget they exist. I understand that these are golden years and we should be enjoying quality time together and traveling the world, but I travel plans to record trips to see my children. If he's really serious, I may have to spend my golden years alone. Steve and Shirley, can you please help me? He wants to check out. Mm-hmm. In essence, he wants to check out. He wants to say that I've done my duty. I raised these kids to the best of my ability. I've contributed, and now they gone. That's it. I'm chilling. I wish that was the case.
But, honey, why don't you want to see the kids? I mean, did something happen?
We'd already seen the kids.
Well, yeah, you've seen them since they were young. I mean, and they live their own lives now.
I saw all I needed to see when they was here. I'm tired. I've been working, paying bills, putting kids to college.
And we
covering up dreams. I bought that boy that carpet machine. Yeah. All that. I don't want to do this no more.
And honey, we appreciate it so much, but these are my kids. I have to see them on the holidays. That's what the holidays are for, family.
On the holidays?
Yes, family. Like Thanksgiving, like Christmas. Yes.
When?
Like Thanksgiving, like Christmas.
We ain't going down there.
I've already made arrangements for them to come here.
They finna come where?
Here to the house. I'm getting the big Christmas tree and everything. They're gonna.
We just got rid of the damn boy. Now what the hell you inviting them back for? They gonna think we want him.
Well, he has to have somewhere to go when he's out of school for Christmas break.
School on where he ain't down there one of them international school.
But I want him to come home. I miss them. I carried them for 9 months. This is my blood.
See, you raising these kids to be nothing but chumps. That's what's wrong right here.
He's a great kid. He's in college now.
He great kid. Well, let him fend for himself. Go on, make it. He ain't got nowhere to get a job.
Wow, I don't understand. I mean, you were so good with them when they were young and helping me raise them. Now all of a sudden, it's like, who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't know you.
I was just counting the days.
What do you mean you were counting the days?
Till they got out this house.
But you were so good, they call you daddy. You're not even their biological dad.
Everybody ask them do that. See, they won't call me daddy because they can't find theirs. That's all that was.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate that you were there for me, there for my kids.
I know you do, baby. I appreciate it. Now, I want you to be here for me.
Well, I am here for you, but I'm also a mom.
All of you, all the time. No, all that. The mom days over with.
No, the mom days are never over with, honey.
No, they is over with. They're gone.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they ain't. No, they not, because you keep inviting them back. Leave them where they at, girl.
These are my kids, and this is my house, too. They're coming home for the holidays, okay?
I'll be there.
I put my foot down. That's how it's going down. All these years,
I've been raising these kids, waiting them to get the hell out, and then we invite them back over for the holidays.
It's just
There's
for
so
a
many
few
people
days.
Gonna be in here. We ain't got nowhere. We ain't gonna be able to put a tree up.
We're going to put a tree up right over there by the window.
We're put a tree up. If you put a tree up over there, and then all these people come in the house, we ain't gonna be decorated.
It's just 5 kids and 5 grandkids and their spouses.
That's 10 people. Look at this living room.
Well, then maybe we need a bigger house, because I'm not getting rid of my kids.
A bigger house?
Yes, a bigger house.
Girl.
Not girl. Not girl.
We can finally got all them people out of here. Only here we need a big house.
it's just for a few days during the holidays, honey.
You don't want to sing Christmas carols?
Yeah.
No, matter of fact, I want this house to stay the same size so they can grow. They already outgrown it.
And who's going to, we need a bigger house. Who's going to help me cook? That's what, we love doing that. Me and the girls cooking together.
Well,
preparing Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner.
Baby, you ain't ever been able to cook. Now, we're going to stop this damn joke right here.
You didn't got real. That's Shirley. This is the woman in the letter.
That you going to try to slide in and you can cook, we're going to end this damn strawberry letter.
The woman in the letter can cook.
No, well, the woman reading the letter tried to slide in and who's going to help you cook. That's what we've been trying to find out since 2000.
All right, then.
I don't know what that little Mexican man he's that you're married to.
He is not Mexican.
Or what his name is.
His name is Ernesto, and he's not Mexican.
Ernesto, the black dude.
So are you Steve or are you still the man in the letter? Make up your mind.
I'm the man in the letter, but what you tried to slide in was a cooking compliment by yourself, and I ain't finna let you do it. Now, Shirley, you can't cook.
This has nothing to do with me.
Who's going to help me cook?
Yeah.
Anybody.
I'm speaking as the woman in the letter. All right, we got to go. We got to get out of here. Email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM, or you can go to My Girl Shirley. All right, coming up next, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time to play Comedy Roulette.
Comedy Roulette.
Comedy Roulette. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. You want to explain it quickly, Jay?
We take 4 subjects, put them on the wheel, spun the wheel, where it stopped, we'll do the damn thing.
All right, here we go. Things people say who don't watch television. Things a know-it-all will say. Stuff you say when you break something that doesn't belong to you. And movie roles Tommy could definitely play. Spin the wheel.
What? Well, we know where the hell it's going to stop. So we know where it's going to stop.
Oh, Brett,
you ain't even have to spin it.
This happened by mistake. I promise you. Movie roles, Tommy definitely could play. Let's go.
Oh, my
Here we
God.
go, Jay.
Oh, man.
Team Tommy, come on.
He could play the Hulk.
When he was a boy.
No, the Hulk, all grown up. I'm Team Tommy all the way. The Hulk.
Jesus, movie roles nephew Tommy could play.
Yeah.
Thing 1 or Thing 2 in a Dr. Seuss movie.
Ooh.
I could play Steve Harvey. That's what the hell I can play.
I'll tell you what you could play better, though.
What?
The Gary Coleman story.
What you talking about?
The story of the Jolly Green Giant.
Keep me tall, Jay.
Come on, Team
Keep me
Tommy.
tall, Jay.
Tommy, baby.
Who he gonna be? One of the shoes?
Let me see who I could play. I could play Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Ooh. In the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
In the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar movie.
Oh yeah, well, you gonna be his socks. You getting up there? Go ahead. Emmanuel Lewis, The Beginning.
Not Webster.
Yeah.
All right, come on. What's
The
the title?
story of the 50-foot man.
Come on, Jay.
Yeah,
Movie
there you
roles,
go.
Tommy.
That's all right. Remember Chucky, the movie Chucky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The doll.
Tommy gonna play the biopic documentary of Chucky. He gonna bust out of a box and everything.
You killing, Junior. Tommy, your turn.
I could play, because you know I know him, Shaquille O'Neal life story.
Yes, you can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You ready for what you really gonna play, though? Bubbles, My Years with Michael.
You're stupid. These are movie roles that Tommy definitely could play. All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Carol Fisher, and I'm hosting a podcast called The Girlfriends. It's Las Vegas, it's the 1990s, and it is time to find a husband.
There were 4 Jewish doctors who were felt to be eligible bachelors. One of them was Bob Berenbaum.
On paper, he was perfect, but in reality,
This guy's a wacko.
He choked her to the point she went unconscious.
I would call him and I would say, I know you killed my sister.
You can listen to The Girlfriends on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Tanya Sam, host of the Money Moves podcast powered by Greenwood, financial literacy podcast where we get straight to the steps to financial stability, wealth, and abundance. And we are back for season 2 with guests like Will Packer, Rich Fresh, Annie Gonzalez, and so many more entrepreneurs and experts sharing how they are making their money move.
You know, if I look back, I mean, to be in that role at 25, was I talented? Was I skilled? Was I capable? Absolutely. Did I have all the tools? Absolutely not.
Tune in for new episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to start getting your money moving.
Before I could ever walk into a room and say, give me, tens of millions of dollars to produce a girls trip, I needed to show that I could take a much smaller amount of money and be successful with that. I could raise a little bit of money and produce a little movie and then turn that little movie into a success.
Listen to season 2 of Money Moves powered by Greenwood on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, guys, here's something we saw on Facebook. Now, there was a boss who asked 5 coworkers who were in a meeting if they had any spare change. So this guy said, my friend was about to reach into his pocket and a coworker grabbed his hand to quietly stop him from offering change. A different coworker who was eager to kiss butt said, hey, I have 80 cents. The boss said, great. I heard your change jingling throughout the meeting. Please don't bring any change into the meetings anymore.
Wow. Oh, set up.
Yes. So Steve, I got to ask you, I know you have a crazy, horrible boss story. I know you do.
Please share.
Yes.
I mean, just in my life, I thought all my bosses was horrible because, first of all, my problem
all of them?
every last one of them. None of my bosses, because I didn't think none of them should be in charge of me. That was my whole damn thing.
Yeah.
So
you didn't like authority.
I had a boss named Bob Cook in Cleveland at General Electric. And he was chastising me one time because he didn't like the way I had unloaded this truck with the tow motor. So he pulls me in the office to talk to me. Fat little dude, real big ass stomach. He leaned back, had his foot up on the desk. He said to me, you know something, Harvey? If you could just change your work habits. I've been at this company 30 years. If you're following my footsteps, you could be me one day.
Whoa.
That did it, didn't it? I got up and was walking out that door. He said, where you going? I said, man, I don't want to be you. And walked out that door and shut that door. 2 weeks later, I was gone.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that cost me right there. That walkout moment, shut the door. I said, man, I don't want to be you.
Jay, what about you?
I'm agreeing with Steve. Quitting takes a toll on your life, and it only hits you when you're sitting in that car. I mean, you quit inside, but then you got to go outside. And you have already quit it. You know what I'm saying? Inside, well, I'm not, well, the hell with it. Damn it. You take this job and you know what you can do with it, okay? I'm out this, and then you walk out. Now you in the car, and then that's when it all hits you.
It hit you right there.
What did I just do?
What did I just do?
Jay, when you realize they finna send you your last check.
Yeah.
Ain't too many people with a job got enough savings to last.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
6 months. Very few people got 6 months of savings set up.
For sure. When you realize that you're off, Steve, that you're off from work that day real early, I mean, you off real early, like, whoa, I'm off.
It's like 11:30 a.m. You off.
I'm back at
early.
Yeah. You didn't make lunch. You off.
Don't call nobody because everybody else is at work.
Everybody at work.
Everybody at work. Yeah. And then when you call back, they all of a sudden whispering to you, and you're not even there. They whispering. Well, I heard you left. And I can't talk right now. I gotta go. I mean, like, whatever. We were just buddies. What the hell happened? Switch up.
They
quick,
do
man.
It
takes a toll, boy.
That's how I got in the car.
I worked at the Gap I worked at the Gap, and I'm a neat fanatic. Y'all know that. So my job was the sweat wall.
Shirley, Baby Gap.
Baby Gap. I worked at the Gap. I'm over the sweat wall. I got the sweat wall immaculate. I mean, everything folded. It's picture perfect. And I got into it with a customer that just started pulling stuff out the sweat wall, trying to try on stuff, just yanking stuff out. And the manager came up and said, "Hey, you just do what you're supposed to do. You fix it and you put it back." I said, "Who the hell are you talking to? I had this wall perfect over here." "Well, what are you going to do?" "Man, I'm finna go down here." I went down there to Wendy's and got me a burger and carried my ass home. I just couldn't take it. You gonna mess up my wall? I had a perfect wall.
Really, Tommy?
All
right, you know how hard it was for him to get all them sweats up that high on that wall?
More of today's trending stories coming up at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Carla. Me and just some random girls were talking. And this question came up. It's like, because, we were taught to make up the bed when we get out, make up the bed. Yes. No one wants to come home to an unmade bed. But in our house, it's whoever is last, whoever gets up last. If I get up first, then, Nesto has to make up the bed. And he makes it up really well, I must say. What about
really?
You? Mm-hmm.
Well, Nesto needs to call my husband, Tosh, because he ain't making up the bed like that. He will get now, because we have to be to work so early. Of course, I get up first, but he gets up early too. He'll go to the gym and all that to make sure I'm up. But nah, child, I got to come right back in there and make up the bed. Just sad.
But let me. I fussed and nagged enough, okay, where he's gotten it just right. All right. Hey, listen, follow us. Yes, follow us on social media. I'm on the gram at My Girl Shirley.
And I'm at Lips by Carla. Don't worry, we'll post our bedrooms. I'll post the bed.
Yes. All right. All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Make up your beds. Coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We here at the Steve Harvey Morning Show love food, all of us, but there are a lot of foods we think are from other countries that are actually invented in the good old USA. And those are some of the most famous ones, like fortune cookies, invented right here. Yeah, it was actually invented in San Francisco by a Japanese-American baker. Mm-hmm.
Did y'all know that? Did you know that, Steve?
I did.
Fortune cookies
taste good. They don't taste good.
I like them with chocolate, white chocolate on them. Mm-hmm. Then they're good.
Oh, I didn't know they like fortune cookies ain't overseas. They don't have them.
Shirley, excuse me. White chocolate is the worst thing you can put in your body.
I absolutely know that, but it tastes real good. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I thought it was from you a very wonderful health reason, and you just destroyed it. I know that.
No,
I'd eat it any damn way.
I don't eat it now, but I used to, and it's delicious. Orange chicken. How about that one?
That's good.
Yeah. It was created in Hawaii in 1987 by Panda Express chef Andy Kao. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't know
that either.
Steve,
I didn't
it's delicious.
Who came up with them noodles at Crustacean? Who came up with them?
Get ready for it.
They did.
I know.
They did, and you can't copy it.
German chocolate cake.
Came
German.
My mama. Yeah. My mama.
It has
I don't know who made it before. I don't know who made it before. Ain't nobody make it like her, though. Elos Vera Harvey. Greatest piece of German chocolate cake on the planet.
Wow.
I have to go with him on this.
German chocolate. Yeah. But anyway, it has nothing to do with Germany. It's because of its name, Samuel German, that it's called German chocolate cake.
Black people that perfected it.
Oh, yes.
Hello.
That coconut.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what that first one tastes like.
We've had a lot taken from us, so hey, ride it out.
Okay.
So we took your cake, okay?
Okay. I love it, Tommy.
We love German chocolate cake. All right, English muffins. English muffins.
They from England.
Not from England?
They were actually invented in New York City in 1984 by English immigrant Samuel Bass Thomas. They were originally called
Girl, this list ain't nothing. Let me give you some real dishes that was created right here in America.
Okay.
Come on, what you got?
Chitlins.
Yeah, work it out, boy.
Yeah. Whether they want to be or not.
Fried spam.
Yes.
Hot dogs in pork and beans.
Yeah, it's an American dish.
All right, there you have it. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Carol Fisher, and I'm hosting a podcast called The Girlfriends. It's Las Vegas, it's the 1990s, and it is time to find a husband.
There were 4 Jewish doctors who were felt to be eligible bachelors. One of them was Bob Berenbaum.
On paper, he was perfect, but in reality...
This guy's a wacko.
He choked her to the point she went unconscious.
I would call him and I would say, I know you killed my sister.
You can listen to The Girlfriends on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, guys, this is our last break of the day, and it is time for some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey.
Well, it's been a good day. Let me ask you guys a question. Just off the top of your head, what do you all, and anybody can answer this question, what do you think is probably the number one cause that gets in the way of people moving forward? Or what has gotten in the way of you over the years from moving forward? Because, I mean, it happens to all of us, myself included. I'm just asking a question to the crew.
Yeah, fear.
Yeah,
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure, fear of success.
Sometimes trying to fix the past.
Wow.
Lack of faith.
Well, okay, let me address 3 things. This is interesting. I'm going to try to do this quickly. Okay. Let's talk about fixing the past. Let's talk briefly about fear. And let's talk about the fear of being successful. Let's start with the fear of being successful. A lot of people have a fear of becoming successful because they're not sure of the requirements that will be placed on them once they become successful. Some people think that they won't be able to handle the regiment of being successful. And that right there is, you're not understanding how God works. God never puts you someplace he doesn't prepare you to be. Do you understand that as you become successful, that you're going to be tested, you're going to be challenged, you're going to be faced with all types of situations that will better you, equip you, and make you the experienced person that you need to be in the place that you're going to finally wind up in. Stop being afraid of success and understand that God is not going to put you in a room that you're not qualified or equipped to be in. That's for starters. Now let's talk about fixing the past. You ready? You can't. You can't. You get no do-overs in life. The problem that people have when they try to fix the past is because they are surrounded by people who are constantly reminding them of the past and telling them you're not this and you're not that and you can't do this because you did that and I remember when you did that. When you remove those people from your life who are constantly trying to remind you of your past, you will then lose the need to have to fix it. See, but you have to fix it when there are people in your life, and including you, who keep bringing the past to the forefront to put it in your present. That's why the Lord's Prayer is simple. Give us this day our daily bread. The Bible very rarely talks to you about your past because it's been forgiven. It's done. I haven't read a whole lot of scriptures to help me with my past. I read a lot of scriptures that talk about now. I read a lot of scriptures that talks about faith, the belief in things that you cannot see, trusting in his word, holding on to his unchanging hand, realizing that all things are possible through him. I read a lot of scriptures about that. But nothing is more prevalent in our life today than the Lord's Prayer, which clearly says, give us this day our daily bread. Because tomorrow you have no control over. Now, you can have hopes for tomorrow. You can have plans for tomorrow. You can have visions and aspirations for tomorrow. But everything about tomorrow, which I have finally learned, should be tempered with the remark, if it's God's will and in God's timing. That way it releases me from having to be worried about the timing of an event. Because just because it's been denied, just because it's been delayed, does not mean that it's been denied. I had to learn that. So fixing your past can't be done. What's done is done. First thing you want to do about fixing the past, remove people from your life who are constantly reminding you of your past. And then secondly, forgive yourself just as God has done. I used to do it to myself all the time. Even at my daughter's wedding, I made the statement. I said, I've spent all of my adult life trying to fix the mistakes I made as a young man. You know what Bishop Jakes told me, who was at my daughter's wedding? He said, you're too hard on yourself. He said, you're too hard on yourself. You need to stop doing that to yourself, Steve. And he was right. Because I keep trying to do that, and I had to stop. And last but not least, let's just talk about fear itself. The majority of us have a fear of success and a fear of failure because we don't have a strong enough relationship with God. I'm telling you, man, God erases fear. God puts you in a comfort zone. I mean, if you think about it just for a second, everybody, everything that you've ever gone through, and I've said this, I can't tell you how many times on the show, everything you've gone through, every challenge you've ever had, every setback, every hardship, you've managed somehow to this point to get past all of them. Your track record for surviving rough days and challenges is 100%. Why would God not continue to do that for you? Lose your fear because God is near. Lose your fear because God is near. Those are the three things I wanted to address. Thank you for giving me those closing remarks. Y'all have a great day. Talk to God. He'd love to hear from you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Carol Fisher, and I'm hosting a podcast called The Girlfriends. Back in the 1990s in Las Vegas, a few of us dated the most eligible bachelor in town, Bob.
He spoke several languages. He did medical missionary work, and he was Jewish. He was perfect on paper.
But he wasn't. He really wasn't.
He choked her to the point she went unconscious.
Bob could lie about anything.
It only takes the one time and somebody ends up dead.
Unfortunately for Bob, us girlfriends know how to fight back.
I wanted him to pay for his crime. He needed to be put to justice.
I'll be honest with you, if I saw him right now, I'd spit on him.
I would call him and I would say, I know you killed my sister. I will always hound you and haunt you.
You can listen to The Girlfriends on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a prepaid debit call from
Keith.
an inmate at the Ohio State Penitentiary.
Keith Lamar, convicted and sentenced to death for killing 5 men during one of the deadliest prison riots in U.S. history.
He said he didn't do it, and oh my God, I don't think he did do it.
Keith's life is not disposable just because you needed somebody to blame.
These people talking about tying me to a gurney and pumping poison in my veins. I have to expose these people.
Listen to The Real Killer on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Tanya Sam, host of the Money Moves podcast powered by Greenwood, financial literacy podcast where we get straight to the steps to financial stability, wealth, and abundance. And we are back for season 2 with guests like Will Packer, Rich Fresh, and so many more entrepreneurs and experts sharing how they are making their money move. Tune in for new episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to start getting your money moving. Listen to season 2 of Money Moves powered by Greenwood on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of a man who's fascinated me. His name was Sweet Daddy Grace, and that's a name you don't forget. He was a visionary who built a fortune as a black man during Jim Crow, during the Depression. But today, not many people know about him.
Erased, sort of wiped out, and I wonder if this was done intentionally.
Listen to Sweet Daddy Grace on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.